Today, we're going to be playing a game called VENOM Assault. It's a deck building game, looks like based off the G.I. Joe cartoon. It plays and looks very much like the G.I. Joe cartoon with the serial numbers barely filed off, which for me is a very good thing because I really liked that cartoon as a kid. You don't get a whole lot in the box, which is another good thing. It plays very simply, but has some complexity to it. Like you have these mission cards. Each of these mission cards will change how the game is played. It comes with some tokens. You've got your Freedom Squadron starter deck cards. So you use these cards to build your starter decks, which we'll see in the next video. Then you have your Freedom Squadron recruit cards. These are the cards that you'll be buying to build your deck. You have your event cards, which will bring up random events to change how game plays while you're going. Your Venom support cards, which work in conjunction with your Venom leader cards. These will be what you're trying to defeat in the Venom leaders, and they use support cards to enhance their combat capabilities while you're fighting them. And then reward cards are things you get throughout the game. And interestingly, you also get a bunch of D6s, because this game has a dice mechanic when it comes to combat, which I think is very neat, and I think necessary, because, again, it's a deck builder, and deck builders have been done to death over the last decade or so. Now, that said, I really enjoy them because they're easy to produce. They can emulate a wide variety of styles and themes, and you can do a lot with them if you try to be innovative. And I think they were innovative enough with this deck builder, both with its theme and its mechanics, to make it stand out amongst the deck builders that are out there today. Most notably, it's a cooperative game for 1 to 5 players. And that's important for my wife and I because we both work full-time jobs and often work conflicting schedules. So we often don't get a lot of time together to game. So we need games that play both well individually as well as cooperatively, or for 2 players, even if it's not cooperatively. So that's important to us. And I think this game will fit that bill quite nicely. So we're going to go ahead. In the next video, I'm going to set up a game, and then we'll just play through it. And we'll see how it plays. I've never played a game, so I don't have first-hand experience in how it plays, but I've read the rules, and I've watched some other videos online, and I think it's going to play very well, and I'm very excited. Okay, we're going to go over the setup for a mission in this video, and I'm going to also go over some more component stuff that I forgot to go over in the last video. First of all, you also get a rulebook. The rulebook's actually really good quality. It's nice glossy pages. The artwork for the entire game is fantastic. So the artwork inside is really well done. The cards are okay quality. They're pretty thin, and I don't know if it'll come across on the cam or not, but some of the colors are already starting to chip. So if you get this game, I would definitely suggest sleeving the cards if you have the ability. The board's really good condition. The tokens are, again, thin, a little thicker than the cards, but for tokens, they're pretty good. I have no real issue with the tokens. Overall, the components are pretty good quality. I just think the cards are a little thin. Okay. Another thing I like with this game, there's no real special setup for first player. You know, some games that are first player really just tell you to play 2 characters, or they have this weird setup that almost makes it like another entire game. This game pretty much plays as normal. So the first thing we do is select a mission. For the first mission, they select using the World in Darkness. I will go ahead and read the mission briefing. It says, power outages have started striking randomly across the world. Uplink. And I left out her card so I could show you. This is the character Uplink. So she's someone that you can recruit. And I took her out specifically so that I could show you who she was, so that it would make sense when I say the word Uplink. And we'll keep her as one of the first characters we can recruit in the training ground. So Uplink has been working on the problem and discovered that Venom has acquired the Shroud of Darkness, an alien technology that enables them to drain the world's energy. She is sure that Venom hasn't figured out how to properly control it yet, but once they do, the whole world will be at their mercy. We must mobilize teams to immediately destroy their control cubes. And part of the setup, so that's the mission briefing. That's this first part. Down here, we're going to have setup instructions specific to this mission. And they said locate the red, blue, yellow, and green control cubes. Now, these are from the reward deck. And as you can see, there are the different colored cubes. And each one pretty much says the same thing. Oh no, each one actually says very different. I'll read them when we get them, but they have something that describes what they are, and then there's a mechanical effect on the bottom that we'll hopefully be able to benefit from. We may not, but hopefully we will. And then it says take out 10 other random reward cards to make our reward deck. So that's what these are. These are the 10 other random reward cards that I've already selected. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them together. We're going to shuffle them all up. And then we will put them on our reward deck pile. There we go. Alright, so the reward deck has a little box section there where that goes. And it gives victory conditions. Collect all 4 cubes and liberate Venom Island. Venom Island is right here. It's a location on the board. Venom Island is considered liberated once it does not refill with a Venom leader or reward card. So that's the victory condition section. Now this has a mission progression track. Anytime we draw an event card that says Venom Strikes, we are going to progress our event tracker here, and we'll do whatever it says on the board there. And I assume, yeah, if it gets to number 5, that's how Venom wins. And now the mission card goes up there, so we always have it nearby for reference. Alright, so our starting deck is made up of 6 commando cards and 4 recruit cards. So we can quickly go over the anatomy of a card here. So the top part is the name, commando. This is the card type, this little symbol. That little dude with a gun means it's a soldier. There's also a little tank symbol for vehicle, and it looks a little building structure for locations. The dog tags are how much it would cost to recruit. Cost to purchase cards from the training ground. The little symbol here are recruitment points that soldiers and vehicle provide to recruit new cards. So a commando provides 1 recruitment point, and a recruit provides 2 recruitment points. And then there's the little gun symbol. That's the combat value for use in combat. If they are selected as the combat leader, vehicles always provide 0 combat value. And then there are supporting abilities. Supporting abilities are cards' special abilities that can be used during the listed phase or phases. If a card's abilities are used, all of the card's abilities must be used unless it specifies otherwise. Any card that uses its supporting abilities cannot be chosen as a combat leader, but may provide support in combat. So both of these, the recruit and the commando, provide +1 combat in the tactical phase. So this is our starting deck. We shuffle it up. And I'm going to keep this off my discard pile and everything off camera because I barely have enough room for the board. Alright, so for the setup, we shuffle these from our draw deck, and then we draw the first 5 cards as the starting hand. And then any recruits or commandos are put back into the box. They are not put in to the training grounds box. And oddly, there's no generic pile. Like, you don't just put the commandos over here and there's always a commando to buy. You either buy something in the training grounds or you buy nothing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so what we got for our starting hand, we've got 3 commandos and 2 recruits. So I'll set that aside for now. Okay. So shuffle the recruitment deck. That's what this is. Shuffle the Freedom Squadron cards and place them on the Recruitment Deck area of the board. Do not shuffle any Fruits of Command into this deck. Place the top 5 cards from the deck face up in the training grounds. I decided Uplink was going to be number 1, since she was mentioned in the mission briefing. Then we've got Powder Keg, Phalanx, Spectre, and Avalanche. Next, we do the Venom Support Deck. We shuffle the Venom Support cards and put them up in their spot. Then we shuffle the event cards and place them in the event area, which is down here. Then we set up the reward deck per the mission briefing. Shuffle it, put it here. Then we shuffle what we have for the Venom Leader deck. So the recruitment card said to take out 14 Venom Leaders. So I took out 14 Venom Leaders before I started the video and put them there. Alright, and we also, once you have the correct cards in the reward deck, including mission-specific reward card, shuffle the deck and place it on the reward deck area. Then place one reward card from the deck face down on each of the 7 zones of the board. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now for the leaders, once you have the correct cards in the deck, shuffle it, place it on the Venom Leader deck. Then place one Venom Leader from the deck face up on each of the 7 zones on the board on top of the previously placed reward cards. So, for Venom Mountain Defense, we have Psych Ward. For the Venom Sky Temple, we have Backdraft. Venom Air, we have Tigerfish. A little weird. For the Venom Underwater Station, we have Mayhem. For the Venom Arctic Stronghold, El Guapo. For Venom Island, we have Blue Moon. And for the Captured Oil Rig, we have Roulette. And that goes back there. Then we place the markers. We place the red marker on the Venom Leader health track in position 1. So it comes with these 3 translucent little plastic circles that will help you keep track of various things. Put the blue marker on the Venom Leader defense track on the one position. Place the yellow marker on the event track in the 0 position. And the commander token. Because there's only me, I get the commanding token. And that's it. We are set up and ready to begin our first turn.